Things are getting interesting and more lively. We are getting some information, though not verified, that William Ruto has settled on a 15-member cabinet. He's going to name 15 cabinet secretaries. Out of those 15, he's going to have 5, Raila 5, others 5. And if that's actually true, then that's going to be a government of national unity. That means Rigathi Gachagua is slowly but surely being kicked out of the Kenya Kwanza government. Just a few days ago, Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga, a close Rigathi Gachagua ally, said that they want at least 7 or 8 cabinet secretaries. That desire might not come true. Before we dig deep into this, let's remind ourselves of what Rigathi Gachagua said last year. Sunday, 12th March 2023, even if Raila Odinga goes to the streets, rioting, hoping the president will invite him for a handshake deal, that will not happen. I will be roaming in State House compound so that when this Mzee tries to sneak in through the back door, he finds me there. Rigathi Gachagua, Deputy President. Those remarks were made last year by Rigathi Gachagua, and it's very interesting that as I talk, Rigathi, who made those remarks, he's slowly but surely being kicked out of that government. And it's just a matter of time before he's even impeached as the Deputy President of Kenya. If Ruto goes ahead and forms a coalition with Raila Odinga, Rigathi will be impeached. He might not even reach 2027. What I'm seeing here, upon that government being formed, Ruto and maybe his team, they will be patient to allow things to calm down, after which they will impeach Rigathi Gachagua. That has been William Ruto's desire to deal with Rigathi Gachagua. Ruto does not want to make the same mistake Uhuru Kenyatta made with him. Uhuru was very patient with Ruto, and that made William Ruto grow stronger politically. Ruto will not allow Rigathi grow strong and stronger politically. He intends to finish him politically as early as possible before he becomes strong and stronger. What does all this mean, ladies and gentlemen? In the event William Ruto and Raila forms that government of national unity, Kalonzo Musyoka and other opposition leaders will either be forced to join that government, or they will join hands with Rigathi Gachagua, just as I did explain in our earlier video. If you look at Kenya Kwanza government in the last 2 years, it has been a two-tribe government. Two-tribe. The cabinet was mainly composed of these two tribes. The principal secretaries were composed of these two tribes. Top government positions were going to those tribes. William Ruto did appoint on incompetence. Those who he did appoint also appointed others through incompetence. Mercy Tarus explained that a few days ago at an interview with Citizen. So Ruto appointed based on incompetence. Those who he appointed also appointed others based on incompetence. So the whole government, in my honest opinion, has to be cleaned. And one thing Raila Odinga should do is to implore upon William Ruto, if at all they have agreed to form that government, he should implore upon William Ruto to remove all the principal secretaries. Let them start afresh. Let Ruto start afresh. Raila is not in government. Let William Ruto start afresh. And we want to see the face of Kenya in the appointment of those principal secretaries. And they must be men and women of integrity. We don't see people who are corrupt or people who are incompetent. And after doing that, the judiciary should also be visited. These are sacrifices William Ruto has and should make. We want to see the judiciary being visited. We want to see the rogue police officers who killed innocent Gen Zs being visited. We want to see arrests being made. If William Ruto can go through that, then in one way or the other, he will be on the right trajectory. Just appointing the cabinet alone is not the solution. The solution lies in William Ruto becoming very truthful with himself and with Kenyans. Any incompetence in his government has to go. Yes, all these are the successes by the Gen Zs. And this is why I still maintain that Gen Zs should pile more pressure on this government. Even if Ruto and Raila forms a government of national unity, Gen Z should continue piling more pressure on that government. I've always maintained here that revolutions do take time. They do take time. If a coalition government is formed, Gen Z should continue piling more pressure. That pressure will force those in power do the right things. Whether William Ruto, Raila, whether coalition government, the pressure should continue. And this pressure, before Gen Z goes to the streets, they should mobilize enough members. They should not take to the streets before mobilizing enough numbers. When they stormed parliament, they did proper mobilization, and we saw what happened. And even on Tuesday, it was largely successful. Before they take to the streets, let them mobilize enough numbers. And the idea of occupying Uhuru Park, that's also a genius idea. Before they occupy Uhuru Park, let them mobilize enough numbers. Let them plan ahead for even 2 or 3 weeks, just doing the mobilization. If they do that, they will succeed. If the coalition government will not be serving them, then William Ruto will have no option but to go. I don't know whether Kenyans are seeing it from my perspective. Kicking Rigathi Gachagua out of this government, that in itself is a very big success, a very big one. The problems we had in this government were 2 individuals, Ruto and Rigathi. If we remove one problem, we remain with one problem. It will be very easy to remove that remaining one problem. This is why I strongly believe that things are moving in the right direction. No one has stopped Gen Zs from going on with their demonstrations, and they should still continue piling pressure on this whole government. I'm seeing a light at the end of the tunnel if what I'm hearing or getting or receiving is true. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know. from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. My people perish for lack of knowledge. We still remember what happened in 2007. We still remember what happened in 2013. We still remember what happened in 2017 and in 2022. Kenyans never learn. They were to learn in 2007, they failed to learn. They failed to learn in 2013. They failed to learn in 2017. I don't know whether they will learn in 2024. Thank you. God bless you.